There is this unavoidable need to study and learn before you become. For instance, you want to be a renowned chef. There is a how to, because there's a difference between a chef and a cook. Quite a clear difference between a chef, a cook, and a nutritionist. Mike Murdock once said, "Show me your library and I'll predict your future without consulting God." In a world so spherical, depicting process everywhere we turn, we see life in cycles that even animals as small as insects speak to us every day, though without words. How thrilling to know that all of nature has a voice, but we're adamant to its deafening screams and blind to its brilliant pathways. Men tell you about success, but not the process. They tell you about the wealth, but not how far they went. You want the instant gratification, forgetting that life itself takes process. If not, how did you become an adult? Did you grow or it just happened? Did you wait to grow or you just fast forwarded the process? But fast forwarding itself is a process. This is why existence is timed and time is a measurement of existence. Before the lightning and the thunder, which seems like a flash, there is a process. The warm air rises, creating towering clouds. Water droplets and ice crystals collide, generating static electricity. Positive charges accumulate at the cloud top, negative charges at the base. Electrical discharge strikes between charges, that's lightning. Lightning hits air, creating a shocking wave, which is thunder. Thunder travels slower than light, so we see lightning before we see thunder. This is the process. Just because you did not see it doesn't mean it didn't happen. This is how seeds grow, piercing through the earth crust, whether upwards or downwards. Life and death are processes. You came by a chain of process, and you're going to live by chains of processes also. Like the process of thunder, which we just saw, count backwards to see your pockets of processes that brought you here, which includes the coitus, the gestation, the delivery, the stages of growth, and the milestones you had to overcome before you got to where you are now. Why do you just want to happen? It is easy to be caught up with the idea of overnight success, but the truth is, every achievement requires effort, dedication, and perseverance. The whole process may seem tedious, but that is where you learn, grow, and develop the skills you need to succeed. These are the reasons why you shouldn't jump process. You will miss out on the valuable lessons because process teaches you how to navigate challenges, overcome obstacles, and develop resilience. 2, you will not develop necessary skills. Skipping process may mean you will lack the skills and expertise required to sustain your whole journey. Number 3, skipping process means you're going to struggle to maintain momentum. Without a solid foundation, you will find it hard to keep moving forward when faced with new challenges. Instead of jumping process, there are things you need to do. Number 1, grow. To be relevant, you need to grow. And to grow, you need to eat. Just as there are prescriptions for health-related issues, there are nutrients and food proportions you need for growth. It is called diets. That is the types and proportions of food to be taken to perform a particular task. You must eat the size of the food of where you're going to and the demands placed on you. For any elephant to retain its size, it must eat its size. I'm not talking about food literally here. I'm talking about your journey through life and the results that should be a testament of the principles that brought you here. In this journey, there is nothing like overeating. Number 2, sit with wisdom. In the world of today, where social media has so increased the dopamine level of so many people's brains, do you still read? What is the level of your concentration to the things that you need to do to become? Do you want it instantly like the reels you watch that are only but for a few minutes, instead of sitting with the full substance of the learning materials to grasp the full knowledge needed to get to the depth of the hidden wisdom you need? You can't find things of value on the surface. There are things you get on the surface, but the real deal is in getting the relevant tools and digging till you get the minds. Number 3, you need knowledge. You need to sit down first and understand your goals and analyze the process needed. See it as trying to circumnavigate your world, you need an atlas and a proper interpretation of your journey. Knowledge is power, but half information is more dangerous. There is a constant process I've seen, and that's the need for knowledge. Knowing gives you an edge. Seek to understand how things are done, how things are made, and how success is achieved. There is this unavoidable need to study and learn before you become. For instance, you want to be a renowned chef. There is a how to, because there's a difference between a chef and a cook. Quite a clear difference between a chef, a cook, and a nutritionist. Mike Murdock once said, "Show me your library and I'll predict your future without consulting God." Number 4, be strategic. The journey is long, so you need strategy. Life is a marathon race and not a sprint, so speed is not needed. But what actually gets you to the speed limit is process. The difference between a marathoner and every other person is tactics. Strategy is a method of achieving something over a period of time, and one of those strategies I want to talk about is partnership. Who is your growth partner? When you watch the Olympics, especially the marathon race category, you see a strategy. You will see 2 or 3 people from the same country participating in the same category. If they train together, you will know. It becomes evident when they're getting to the finishing line. You will see how that with body language, which has been rehearsed over a period of time by the reason of training, they communicate and finish the race. Training is raining, and when mixed with strategy, bets a masterpiece. Of all there is, the need to master your art is supreme. When you do, demand is placed on you, and that is when you gain access to wealth. At this point, money education will help you. The last and not the least is build your track record. Success is not instant and never wishful. You get your hands busy and your mind engaged at times to get what's needed. Life itself is not instant, and nothing in and out of life is. All of life is built on this singular principle. Take a look around you and give a listen. Don't get jealous of those who are successful or scheme to pull them down. Rather, seek to understand the principles that made them. The beautiful thing about principle is that it can be replicated. A wise man once said, "If you follow my recipe, your cake will look like mine." When you jump processes, you rob yourself of the experiences needed for the hurdles you need to cross and the honor that comes with it. Build your track record so that the next generation will see that you fit. Learn to go through. Do not jump process. Before I come back to you next time, remember this is the Candid Cogitations. Give us a like and a follow. Thank you.